Laura Duncan, go ahead.
Hi, I'm first going to just read you my letter, which should be in your packets that I wrote in February. I love Corvallis. I've lived here most of my life. I bought a house in the Avery Helm district that's on the historic register so that I could enjoy my retirement walking and biking to much of what I need in downtown Corvallis. The proposal by River Run LLC to tear down a storefront on 2nd Street benefits no one but the corporate owners of one downtown hotel. How can Corvallis promote itself as a walkable and bikeable community with small town charm? I urge you to work together and listen to those of us who call Corvallis home and say no to this proposal.
Great, thank you. Thanks for this opportunity to speak. My name is Wendy Byrne, and I've been a resident in Corvallis for approximately 25 years, and actually worked in one of those buildings that is proposed to be torn down. And I was speaking specifically not to my emotional attachment to the downtown, but to sort of the idea that we're trying to follow our standards and our code in the development of downtown. I'm glad to hear one of the commissioners ask about the use of the parking garage and whether or not the parking garage is ever at capacity, because that would seem like a pretty key feature to know, because if they need more parking, if they have inadequate parking. I read the downtown parking report, and it does not agree with this need for more parking. There's actually an overabundant supply of off-street parking downtown.
More than anything, if it's not for Corvallis and it's only for Marriott customers, how does that help anything? That's one question. I also am the operations manager for Riverside Window and Door, which is the adjoining property. So I have some other concerns about construction, disruption, what happened when they built the Marriott, what happened to our business during that period, what happened to the parking spaces out front. There were none. They were all taken up by construction vehicles. And it made our customers, they couldn't even get here because there was no place to park. And I have to say, I agree with Wendy. I don't see why there was a problem. They have 136 spaces plus parking on Washington and Adams. There's parking all around here.
I hate to oppose an application from a neighboring business, but I think this is a case of, a big business moving downtown because they like the downtown, and then narrow-mindedly kind of destroying the ambiance that they moved here for. You've asked us some questions about, why are they doing all this for just 12 or maybe 10 spaces? And it doesn't make sense. I live right nearby, and I've never seen the parking garage completely full because of the on-street spaces, and because when there's a big event, there's usually buses bringing people here too, or the airport shuttle. The real reason so they spent about $1.5 million for the property. They'll probably altogether spend about $2 million. If you do the math for 12 spaces, that just doesn't make any sense. What they're really buying here is a visual and a vehicle access to their business. It lines up perfectly with their vehicle entrance to the lobby area and the hotel.
I have a master's degree in land use planning, but I am commenting as a longtime corporate. I'm asking you to deny this conditional development because meet the requirements of Corvallis Land Development Code, nor the comprehensive plan. And as many community members have stated, this parking lot will negatively impact the aesthetics and safety of our downtown and is bad for locally owned small businesses. Please review my letter, which shows in detail that this proposal fails to meet code requirements. But first here quickly, I'll talk about how the proposal does not meet the pedestrian-oriented design standards code and should be denied. 4.10.10b requires that development is, quote, human scale and emphasizes pedestrian rather than vehicular features, but this parking lot definitely emphasizes the opposite, vehicular traffic instead of pedestrian So this code is not met.
I move to deny the proposed conditional development CDP-2023-03 request regarding the Courtyard by Marriott parking services as described in attachment PC-A of the June 5th, 2024 staff report. This motion is based upon the findings presented by the Planning Commission during its deliberations.
Okay. All right. If there's no objections, so we move to a vote. All those in favor of the motion on the floor, which would be to deny the application in front of us, please say aye.
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 All opposed? All right, motion passes. The application is denied. Thank you.